Loopholes, cracks in the system. We've all heard the phrase legal loophole. It sounds shady, like a secret passage in a castle built for dodgy billionaires. In reality, it's simpler. A loophole is just a way to follow the letter of the law, but completely miss the spirit. Think of it like this. You can't bring a drink a pool deck, but no one said anything about your drink while you're already the deck. Loopholes are like that. Technically legal, but morally, well, that's where things get interesting. Loopholes exist because laws are written by humans, and humans aren't perfect. We forget things, we use vague language, and sometimes we just plain miss the mark. And when the stakes are high, think millions of dollars in taxes or avoiding jail time, you can bet people will find those loopholes and exploit them. Now, not all loopholes are bad. Some expose genuine flaws in the system, leading to necessary changes. But others? They allow the wealthy and powerful to shirk their responsibilities while everyday folks play by the rules. So buckle up, because we're about to dive into the murky world of legal loopholes and see how they impact us all. Let's talk taxes, folks. It's how we fund schools, roads, and that sweet, sweet national defense. But some folks, particularly the super rich, have gotten really good at avoiding them. Their weapon of choice? Tax havens. Think of a tropical island paradise with low or zero taxes and strict secrecy laws. Sounds nice, right? Now imagine corporations and wealthy individuals stashing billions of dollars there, money that should be going towards public services. That's a tax haven in a nutshell. These havens don't just magically make money disappear. They use a complex web of shell companies, trusts, and legal loopholes to make it virtually untraceable. It's like a game of hide and seek. But instead of finding your friend behind a curtain, you're trying to track billions of dollars through a maze of legal documents. This isn't just some victimless financial game, folks. When the wealthy dodge taxes, the rest of us end up footing the bill. It means less money for education, healthcare, and infrastructure. It's like ordering a giant pizza with friends, then watching the richest guy at the table eat 3 slices and refuse to chip in. Not cool, man. Not cool. Let's move on to a different kind of loophole, one with life or death consequences. Stand your ground laws were enacted to protect individuals from feeling obligated to retreat during a perceived threat. In theory, it sounds reasonable, but in practice, these laws have been used to justify violence, often with tragic and racially biased outcomes. The problem is the vagueness of perceived threat. What one person considers a life-threatening situation, another might see as an argument getting out of hand. This ambiguity creates a loophole that can be exploited, turning everyday disagreements into deadly encounters. The case of Trayvon Martin, a 17-year-old shot and killed while unarmed, brought the dangers of stand your ground into sharp focus. The man who shot him claimed self-defense, citing the law. This case, and many others like it, demonstrate how these laws can be used to justify violence with minimal accountability, disproportionately impacting communities of color. These laws, while intended to protect, have created a dangerous loophole, blurring the lines between self-defense and unjustified violence. Section 4, bankruptcy. A fresh start or a convenient escape. Bankruptcy, it's the financial get-out-of-jail-free card, right? Well, not quite. Bankruptcy is designed to provide a fresh start for individuals and businesses drowning in debt. It's a safety net in our economic system, offering a chance to hit the reset button. But like any good system, there are loopholes, and some people have figured out how to exploit them for their own gain. Here's the thing. Certain assets, like retirement accounts or even expensive homes in some states, are protected during bankruptcy. This is meant to provide a basic level of financial security, preventing people from ending up completely destitute. However, savvy individuals with the help of lawyers can strategically leverage these exemptions, shielding significant wealth while having their debts wiped clean. Imagine someone living in a multi-million-dollar mansion, driving a luxury car, all while declaring bankruptcy. It might sound unbelievable, but thanks to these loopholes, it's perfectly legal in some cases. This creates a system where some people face the full consequences of their financial choices, while others use loopholes to escape with their wealth intact. This isn't to say bankruptcy is a bad thing. It's a crucial safety net for many. But the existence of these loopholes creates an uneven playing field, eroding public trust in the fairness of the legal system. Section 5. Lawyers navigating the legal labyrinth. Now let's talk about the people who know these loopholes better than anyone: lawyers. Before you picture a bunch of shady lawyers in smoky back rooms, remember this. Lawyers are essential to a functioning legal system. They defend our rights, ensure due process, and hold the powerful accountable. But think of the legal system as a giant, complicated maze. For most of us, navigating it alone is impossible. We need a guide, someone who knows the twists and turns, the shortcuts, and yes, even the loopholes. That's where lawyers come in. They're like legal Sherpas, guiding their clients through the treacherous terrain of the legal system. And part of their job is knowing the ins and outs of the law, including those gray areas, those loopholes that can be used to their client's advantage. It's a tricky ethical tightrope they walk. On one hand, they have a duty to represent their clients to the best of their ability, using every legal tool at their disposal. On the other hand, exploiting loopholes, even for a client, can feel morally questionable, especially when it contributes to broader societal problems. Section 6. The price of loopholes, inequality, and distrust. We've seen how loopholes can be exploited to dodge taxes, escape accountability, and even game the bankruptcy system. But the real question is, what's the cost? What happens when the system seems rigged in favor of the wealthy and powerful? The answer, folks, is a growing chasm of inequality and a dangerous erosion of trust in our institutions. When people see the wealthy playing by a different set of rules, it breeds cynicism and resentment. It creates a two-tiered system of justice where the outcome depends not on the merits of the case, but on the resources and connections of those involved. This lack of trust extends beyond the legal system, seeping into our politics, our media, and even our daily interactions. It's a corrosive force, undermining the very fabric of our society. So, what's the solution? It's not about eliminating loopholes altogether. That's likely impossible. It's about closing the most egregious gaps, those that allow for blatant manipulation and exacerbate inequality. It's about creating a system that's fair, transparent, and accessible to all, not just those with the resources to game it. We need to demand better from our lawmakers, hold corporations accountable, and support organizations fighting for a more just and equitable society. Because when the system is rigged, we all pay the price.